So what I have done is I've simply brought up my personal website. And this is a model for what all of us can do. So on your personal website, if you take your personal website and you scroll all the way down to the very, very, very bottom, you will see this place down here that says Online Product Guide. So if you pull up this online product guide, any one of the three methods that you may choose to show the catalog, any one of the three methods, whether it is your phone, whether it is a full physical catalog, or whether it's this one online, all of them will be the same. And if you use either of the two online options, and you have logged into your personal pages, this will be attributed to you. So if you send a link to anything on this catalog to anybody else, it will come back to you with your personal name on it. So it's important to make sure that you log yourself in. So what we're going to do is just take a few minutes and assume that you have chosen to get a membership in our store, and you have chosen to purchase maybe 2 or 3 products that you're aware of. Maybe you really like the protein shake, you really like Vivix, you really like the skincare, the body lotion, and and you love to use the what we used to call at ease, the scrub, or no, what's it called now? Scour off. That you have a few favorite products. But now what we're going to do is we're going to give you the opportunity to say, since you have this introduction to those few products, could we take a few minutes and just let you see what is also available to you now that you have this personalized membership? So we're going to start out with the product catalog, and we're going to start out with a little bit of the background, just reminding us about the uniqueness of Shaklee. So if we go down here, we're talking about proven science. We're talking about a company that's been operating since 1956 under the Shaklee name, but really has a century or more of background, with a total commitment to natural ingredients that is backed up not only as the first climate neutral company that was ever went to the effort to become completely climate neutral, but they're backed up by 70 plus patents and patents pending, and over 110 published clinical studies. So our objective with you is to have you understand the trust that you can have in this and how solid the product company is. So then along with that, just emphasizing the heritage again, the pledge to the planet, and to continue reducing the impact of any of the product and packaging that we're using. But going back to the history, the very first product back in 1956, but the origin was really back before the turn of the century. Basic Age, the very first Earth Day product, the introduction of the very first plant-based protein product, and that goes back to 1961. Climate neutral, working with the pure performance athletes, over 100 athletes, 152 Olympic medals have been won by athletes who are training and using these products. Since 1995, these very same products have been used by NASA. There's an enormous amount of product information on the whole product line, with the total commitment to wellness. So, and one of the things that we like to say is that this landmark health study is not just a casual use of a few products that you may use today, but some of us have had the opportunity to be using these products for literally decades. And Shaklee is the only company that has actually been able to publish and prove the long-term benefits of continuing to use and reuse these products with just really extraordinary results. So the Shaklee users had lower medication usage, 97% in this age group, 89%, 83% lower medication usage in different age groups, and very impressive different kinds of numbers in a positive way of some of the key markers that people look at for how do you prove that the stuff works. So there's a huge amount of science and history. So what we'd like to do is just give you a quick overview. And here are the things that we like to say is that these products are for people who, that our customers are people who want products that are safe, and they want products that work, that are proven, and that are backed up by 100% guarantee. Those are the qualities that people are looking for. So rather than start here at the table of contents, what I'm going to do is we're going to go back here to the very end, the very back of the product guide. We're going to flip it over to the very back. And this offers you the option of understanding that should you like what we have, there are lots of options that you have in order to get better benefits, to get some income, and so on. But what I'd like to do is from the back, go through this index, which looks like it's long and it'll make you cross-eyed. But the idea is this lets you know that if you have a specific question of a product, you can go into this section in the back and look for it. But this page that's called the health directory is one that I really like to emphasize. And that is, how many times have you perhaps asked yourself, well, I'd like to have products that are gluten-free, or I'm a vegetarian, or I'd like to have products that have certain criteria. And so what I'd like to do is show you what some of these criteria are. And for example, I'm just going to use gluten-free as an example, if I can find it here. This is the different.
The one with all the check marks right down the middle.
One with all the check marks, it's down here. Okay, vegetarian, vegan. Here we go. Gluten-free. Gluten-free. In addition to that, if you wanted products that are that focus on weight management, or that are vegetarian, that are vegan, specific products that focus on sports nutrition, specific products that are kosher. But I'm just going to take gluten-free as an example. And so when you say, well, are any of the Shaklee products gluten-free? This is a list of the whole bunch of the products. And if you take gluten-free, every single one of these is checked off. So you can be comfortable that the Shaklee products are gluten-free. And this just gives you a little cross directory of this health directory. And I think it's helpful to know, because some of these questions may come up. You may look for something that specifically focuses on energy or eye health. So there's some specific product areas. So then let's go back here. The next few pages are actual labels of the products. This isn't something you're going to sit and study, but when you want to know them, for example, if you want to know what the label of Vivix actually looks like, or the Vivix or the label of Vivix kosher, what you want to do is, this is the copy of that label right there. It's exactly what would be on the back of the actual product. So this is available for you as a resource. So let's go now to, as we keep scrolling through this, you can see there are lots of labels here for you. So let's go back here. First of all, I'm going to point you to a couple of the products that aren't featured as often, that are things that some of us just really love. One of them, for example, is the Meadow Blend bar, which is like the soap bar. And that soap bar it doesn't melt, it doesn't get greasy, it doesn't dry your skin, it lasts forever. That and products like the sunscreen and the multi-purpose cream that just feels so great. We call it Itchy Boo Boo cream. These are just some of the products that aren't necessarily featured. But another part that's on here is the focus here on a place that you can go if you're interested in products that are kosher, or if you are looking for more details on the clinical research study, this link will take you to a place that will go through that. So should that be a focus for you, now you know where you can find it. So let's look at some of the other product areas. This particular product area is our home care products. This is the environmental, safe for the planet products. And I love pointing to things like saying that the products are always safe, they always work, they're always green, they're ridiculously inexpensive if you use them correctly. They are concentrated. You'll spend more for buying the first one, but if you put the label on it for how long it lasts, it's going to last you forever. I'm just about to replace my my automatic dishwashing product that I started using I believe it was last April. And so that's used 3 times. I use it every 3 days. I run the dishwasher, and that product has lasted me for over 6 months. One little small thing of the basic age, 1 ounce of the basic age is the equivalent of 5,824 bottles of Windex. So you see the economy of these products. So that's that part of the product line. This is a new area, and this is the bath line. This is the nutrition from the outside in. These are really luxurious, luscious products that are available. And they support the skincare products, which are just a wonderful line that's called Youth. And the beautiful thing about this particular product line is that not only can we prove the results, that 100% of those tested actually decrease their age looking by a decade, but there actually were, if you go over here, Shackley redefines clean beauty by achieving these clinical results without using 2,500 different chemicals and questionable ingredients. If you compare that to the requirements of many other companies or products, it'll be a handful or maybe 24 or maybe as many as like 1,500. This is 2,500 products that are not in these products, and yet they're still safe. So, and they still work. There's a whole area of meology for kids. And this is a quick questionnaire. These are chewable products. They taste great. So it's the nutrition for the kids area. And then you can go into some of the rest of the nutrition products that include things like the Life Shake. We're going to talk a little bit more about that as you go through it. But this is the beginning of a weight loss program, which particularly at some times of the year, this is particularly relevant. People start thinking about it. Oh my gosh, it's about time I start refocusing on things. So there are some outstanding products for those who are focused on sports fitness. And then you can go into some individual products. I'm not going to spend much time on these. I just want you to know that if there's some specific things that may be something like cholesterol reduction or blood pressure or saw palmetto for the guys, menopause balance complex, these are some additional products that can be very helpful for people beyond the basic nutrition program, which we'll talk in a minute. These are some of the products that are focused on our digestion, on good health for our gut. And then we can go into just a whole number of the joint and muscle pain cream, some of the products like the Advanced Joint Health Complex. These are products that if you go and study and you have a specific question that you want to focus on, cholesterol reduction, blood pressure, the routine on CoQ10 for cardiology, heart, for sleep. This excellent product that focuses on our mental acuity, and then we add some additional products. There's collagen, there are energy products. There's the Vivix product, which is a pretty outstanding special product it's 13 times more powerful than just the resveratrol alone. And it is proven to give a lower rate of age-related telomere shortening, which means telomeres that gets a little techie, but the idea is what you want to have is long telomeres because it means how long your age is protected. So this is pretty scientific, techie stuff, but this is a part of the products. Triple Defense Boost is we get into the immunity part. And this is a product I put in my tea every day. I start my day with a big thing of water and I put this in my tea along with the tea and just make sure I drink it. This is an outstanding, simple immunity product. So these are just some of the outside products that are now available to you. This is the questionnaire called Meology. And Meology is a questionnaire that you can take that helps to give you a profile of perhaps some basics that you start with. But should you choose to go to really be simple, which is where I like to start people just to make it easy, this is a very simple strip of all of the basic nutrients that you can use on a daily basis. It comes in 2 different types of formulation. And here's what's important about these products is that this shows that it's not just a question of getting different nutrients. It's a question of where is each one of these things broken down and digested in the inside of the intestinal tract. So you get an enormous amount of high ability to absorb these things. So that's just kind of a quick overview. Then we get to the Life Shake, which all products are plant products. You can have some that are soy plant. You can have some that are plant from the pea derivative. And these are like part of our daily routine. And then there's a focus on prenatal nutrition for those. And this is then the Meology, which is the questionnaire that you can do that is linked into your personal website. You can probably click right on here and it will take you directly to that questionnaire, which you can take. It stays private. It gives you a simple 1-day package like this, where you have the choice of the nutrients that you like based on your lifestyle and food choices. So this is what Meology is, and it's quite a unique thing that Shaklee has available. Now what I'm going to do is just give you the last part, and that is, what is a simple way to get started? And a simple way, now that you know you've been through the whole store and you've seen there lots of things, what is the simplest way to get started? Well, we like to say a simple way to get started on at least a nutritional bundle is to do one of the things we call Ready, Set, Wellness. And that gives you an option of using either the Meology or one of the strips, along with a couple of flavors of one of the daily Life Shake proteins, and along with some selection of some other things that you can choose on your basic starter order. And what that does is it gives us a basic foundation that provides the energy, the blood sugar, the balancing with our food, with our protein shake, the vitamins and minerals that help to make sure that all of our fundamentals are cared for, and then some of the additional things that you can have. And this is just a simple, basic program. So should you want to get started, that's a simple way to do it. You can combine a package of other products to accomplish the same thing, but this is just kind of a really simple way to do it. So with that introduction, we go back to the Shaklee difference and to the table of contents back on your product guide. So now you have a little bit of an overview about what's available to you in the whole product line. So thanks for taking a few minutes just going through this. Your invitation is to take this electronic link, and should you choose to, you can go and click on many of these things. It will give you more information. There's some links there, as you can see, but this is your introduction to what's available with your Shaklee membership. So Welcome, and here's to a lifetime of great health.